Hello everyone, welcome back to our on-demand series. We've got Em back with us today, and today we're going to be focusing on our deep core activation. A lot of clients that I've trained in the past and still training struggle to really find core activation. I feel like we're always talking about engage your core, make sure you engage before you go into a rep or into your squats. But a lot of people don't actually know or understand what that means. So this little series of exercises within today's workout, super simple. It's not going to burn like a core workout or anything like that, but it's going to really help you to find intentional movement with your breath and be able to actually engage your rib to core connection. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to get Em to go onto her back. So when you're on your back, the first exercise is simply just breathing. We're not going to focus on engagement. We're not going to focus on trying to feel it somewhere. We're literally just connecting with our breath. When it comes to exercises, this is so powerful. So if you can harness your breath in a warm-up like this, it then over time will transfer through to your workouts. So yeah, we're gonna have Em's feet flat on the floor here, just like she was about to start a bridge. And what she's gonna do here is she's gonna take a deep breath in, and as she breathes in, she's gonna expand her belly up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, Em. As she breathes out, she's just gonna slowly drop her belly down towards the floor. Good, go again. Belly expands as we take a deep breath in. We're breathing out. And we're just gonna go for 10 reps here, and then Em's gonna have a rest. Number 3. We're not forcing anything here. We're just focusing on the breathing, expanding the diaphragm, and then breathing out as we slowly come back to a relaxed position. 5 more reps. Beautiful. 4. This is a really great exercise as well, just to have a moment to yourself. So even starting your day with some breath work or doing these core activation exercises can be really helpful. Bring you back to the present moment and connect with your body. Last one, Em, deep breath in, belly's going to expand, and we're breathing out, coming back to a nice relaxed position. So as Em just has a little break here, I want to quickly chat about breathing in general. What me and Em were speaking about prior to filming this video is that it's so common that people think that engaging your core means to sit up and to breathe in, and it's actually the opposite. We want to breathe out and really compress the diaphragm and focus on like exiting all that air and squeezing your tummy really tight. It's not about lifting up. This comes from a lot of Pilates, a lot of dancing, holding yourself up really high and kind of like holding yourself in tight. That's not what we want to do. We really want to squeeze everything together. That is our deep core work. So this next exercise helps with that, and you don't really want to progress to this exercise until you've nailed the breathing. And sometimes we have clients who do the breath work for weeks before they actually get it. You don't want to have to think super hard in order to be able to breathe through that movement. You want to be able to do it kind of on demand, or if someone was to tell you, oh, breathe like this, you could easily do it without thinking. So this next exercise is that next step, and you can always come back to this after a few weeks of trialing the first exercise. But the next step is we just really want to add a little bit of tension. So we're not playing around with our ribs just yet, we're just adding tension. So think about as if you were coughing, or if someone was to go and punch you in the tummy, that tension that you would do just from reflex, that's what we want to do, okay? So we're still going to incorporate the breathing. Deep breath in, belly's expanding. As we come down, I just want you to add that little bit of tension. Beautiful, Em. Deep breath in, breathing out, little bit of tension. You could even play around, and keep on going. We're going to go for 10 reps. You could even play around with actually coughing. I mean, you could probably do this at home. You don't have to do it in the gym. But even adding that cough in, or, you know, adding that tension, imagining someone's touching or going to punch you in the belly, like have your hands on your tummy. If those cues help you, then do it, because it's going to help you just kind of like even send that intention to that area of your body, especially if you don't have very good body awareness as well. And you have 4 more reps here. Deep breath in, belly really expands. Breathing out. We want to breathe out through our mouth. So deep breath in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, a little bit of tension. Last one, deep breath in, breathing out. Nice work. And you can return back to regular breathing. We'll have a little break. So that exercise is the second part to our deep core work. Again, super simple. Doesn't leave you feeling like your core is on fire, but it damn sure helps your core get stronger. When you train, like I said, it's going to follow through into your training. When you squat, when you deadlift, the whole aim of doing these exercises or this series in general is so that when you deadlift or squat, you naturally know how to breathe in the pattern that is going to allow you to actually engage your core. So next exercise, number 3. This is what you would progress onto if you have mastered the first 2. So now we're going to start incorporating the rib cage core connection. So like I said before, I'm just going to quickly show you guys. A lot of the time people think that when you have to engage your core, we want to breathe in and we hold ourselves high and tight and almost like we're trying to suck in. But the aim here is that we're trying to reverse it. We're trying to take a deep breath in and then engage and press our ribs down towards our pelvis. What's happening when we hold ourselves high is we get that rib flare. We don't want to think about that. We want to think about as if our ribs are like scissors. They're coming together and they're engaging down towards the pelvis. So they kind of crunch without the movement of bringing your shoulders forward. So this is really challenging, especially if you naturally have a really weak core or flare quite a lot through your ribs. You're naturally going to bring your shoulders forward quite a lot. That's okay to start off with. But over time, we want to try and think about keeping those shoulders back and intentionally bringing them back as our ribs are down. Okay, so this exercise is a great one for that. You wouldn't want to progress to the next one until you can keep your shoulders back and engage that rib to core connection at the same time. So, and we're going to go through the breathing, but this time around, you're going to place your hands on your ribs. I'm going to get you to do it for the first 3, and then I'll get you to place it down so that obviously everyone can see your ribs move. But you're going to take a deep breath in for me. Belly's going to go up towards the ceiling. We're breathing out, and you're going to engage the ribs down towards your pelvis. Nice. Deep breath in. Placing your hands where Em's got her hands on her ribs is just going to help you feel what's going on inside your body, because sometimes you can't feel what's going on, especially if you haven't really trained before. And just placing your hands there is going to help you be able to like move your body in the way that you need to. Breathing out, ribs down towards your pelvis. We tense. Good. Deep breath in. Belly expands. We breathe out. Ribs down towards your pelvis. Deep breath in. Breathing out. Nice, Em. Nice work. Have a little rest here because we're going to do another 5. But this time, this is that next step, you guys, kind of like the second portion of the 3rd exercise. And this is what you would add in if this feels like it's starting to get a little bit too easy or like you're managing quite well. We're going to add a pause. So this is a hold. Yes, we are holding our breath. So if you start to feel dizzy or feel like you need a break, have a break. But having that pause and tension is just going to replicate what we're doing when we're squatting or when we're deadlifting. Generally, we are holding our breath for a few seconds as we're bracing, and then we start to breathe regularly again. So we're going to add that pause. Deep breath in, belly expands, breathing out, ribs down towards pelvis. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Deep breath in, breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, Em. We go for 3 more reps. 3, 2, 1. Hold, tense for 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Shoulders back, Em. Good. Breathe out. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. So that's our floor series. The last exercise, I would say that like section 2 of number 3 is what I would add into one of my clients' warm-ups, get their core super activated, firing. eventually even add in some dead bugs as well. But this next exercise is definitely what I would add into a warm-up for a client, especially if their core is something we're worried about. So sitting up for me, Em. We're going to flip over onto our hands and knees this time. And this time we're going to repeat that same exercise, but on our hands and knees. So belly's going to really expand. And as we breathe out, ribs are driving down towards your pelvis, holding our tummy super tight. Beautiful, Em. So we're in a nice strong position. Her hips are in line with her knees. Her shoulders are in line with her palms. We're going to take a deep breath in. Belly's going to expand. We breathe out, ribs down towards your pelvis. Nice. Deep breath in. Down towards your pelvis. You might get a little bit of rounding through that upper back, and that's totally fine. If that's what we need to do in order to get a bit more rib to core connection, I'm happy with that. So Em, I want you to try and think about driving up slightly, just slightly, okay? Because it's going to help you to kind of rotate your ribs down towards your pelvis. Breathing out, ribs down. Yes, better. Got a bit more movement there. Belly expands. Breathing out, ribs down. Good. Deep breath in. And over time, guys, as I said, this is a slight tweak that we're making. You can only slightly see it to the eye if you're really looking, but I know Emma is definitely driving her ribs now down towards her pelvis a lot more, just from kind of tilting inwards and rounding over slightly. But as I said before, over time, she's going to naturally be able to straighten up that back, and she won't have to round those shoulders as much in order to engage the ribs. But with intention, we will get there. This is definitely not an exercise that you just do really quickly. It's about coming back to your body and really figuring out, what is my body doing when I'm engaging my core. Last one, Em. Deep breath in and breathing out. Perfect. How did that feel?
It was challenging.
A little bit weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that over time, like I said, it's going to get so much easier if you're doing this all the time. But come back to this video, because you do not have to watch this whole video and run through it all with me at the same time. This is going to be something that you can start with the first, minute of this video, run through that exercise, watch the rest of the video, and then come back to the same section of the video and then repeat until you're ready to keep on moving through the video. But the more you hear it, the more you watch this video, the better you're going to get. So put in the work, because it really does pay off. You'll get so much more core definition, and you'll look and feel more toned just by simply learning how to engage your core correctly. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.